What it do? What it do? What it do? It's your boy. It's your boy. You can't fight racism with racism. You got to fight it with unity, baby. Trust and believe that. Because whenever you talk about another race, the first thing they want to yell out is that you're a racist. We experience that each and every day. Y'all get on up in here, man. Get on up in here. Don't run from it, run to it. It's your boy, OG Bam. The sun was acting like it was going to come out, man. I just been sitting in the backyard, man, drinking me a Monster. You know what I mean? I want to go see the Sequelizer, so I might go see it. You know what I mean? But y'all get on up in here, man. Been up in here 39 seconds. Get on up in here. Get on up in here, man. Don't run from it, run to it. It's your boy, Saturday. 3-day weekend. Got 5 people up in here. 5 people. Ain't nobody said what's up yet, though. So I don't know. Damu in the house. What it do? What it do? Damu up in the house. What it do, homie? What it do? What it do? What it do? Y'all tap on up here, man. Again, you can't fight racism with racism, but you can fight racism with unity. And I'm saying that to say this, man. Every day we find some brother that got something to say about what another brother's saying and what another brother doing. Corey, what's up? Or how another brother should conduct himself. You understand what I'm saying? And the cold part is this. These same brothers that love pointing the finger at each other is belittling the black race when they think they uplifting the black race. No, it ain't no big U's and little I's in this, man. The name of the game is let's stay down for each other. Let's correct each other on each other's mistakes and flaws. Let's help each other for we won't make the same mistakes. But people persist on pointing fingers and never get looking at the 3 fingers that's pointing back at you. I'm going to see the Equalizer band. I got to go see that myself, Marcus. Listen to me. Kevin Williams up now. Story Time's up in here. Street Cred up in here. But listen to me, man. The reason I was saying this, I made this topic. It's what I was saying in my video. Why is everybody upset based on this dude G-Face saying what he was saying, and it was brothers right there, right? Let me share something with y'all, man. Go look at any of Malcolm X videos, old speeches. Look at Farrakhan's. Look at Martin Luther King. Them people went on these white talk shows. And some people was probably saying they shouldn't have went on there. But each and every one of these individuals I'm speaking of knew how to answer the question and know how to avoid controversy with the answer they was giving to the question. Stop knocking what somebody else is doing on another show, because it sounds like you're hating that you're not on that show, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, some dudes do get on these shows and they exaggerate. What's up, Mr. Henderson? How you living, homie? Some dudes do get on there and they exaggerate. G-Face might have been one of them, right? But in order for us to understand racism, we got racism within our own race. We look down at each other based on the shade of our own skin complexion. And we got to eliminate that bad, man. It was dudes in my comments saying what a regular N is, a regular nigga is, right? And kept one of them, he was so disrespectful. He was like, a regular nigga is a nigga that got the white man's last name, right? Regular nigga is a nigga that take advantage of African Americans. They try to create racism within our own. We've been oppressed so damn long that we got to start looking at the bigger picture, man. The bigger picture is that we got to all come together. Stop getting mad because some of these brothers is going on no jumper. Watch this. They know what questions to answer and they know what questions not to answer. They also know it's consequences to them giving the wrong answer to the question that's being asked. So we can't judge somebody based on what show they going on. We can't belittle one part of the state because the blacks on this side is conducting themselves different than the blacks on this side is conducting themselves. Everybody is different. God didn't make us all the same, man. He made us the image out of man. You understand what I'm saying? And we all gonna make mistakes. That's a DB coming from the South Side. Say it again, story time. Because listen to me, man. Racism is a harsh word. When a person calls you a racist, it's a harsh word. And majority of the people that ain't black that try to point a finger at a black that's saying he a racist, It's because they see race, they see the racism, the racist in themselves. So they throw it out at a black to justify their stupidity, to justify their cowardness. You understand what I'm saying? Every person ever called me a racist in a comment, they are the racist, right? Because I ain't never got on YouTube and elaborated on nothing that hadn't came to my attention. If somebody asks me a question, if I feel I got the appropriate answer to give, or if my opinion matters, I'm gonna give my opinion, I'm gonna give that answer, right? I'm not on here to offend, to harm, do none of that. And I'm surely not here to belittle my own race, right? I believe in empowering the black people. I believe in uplifting black people. I believe in having my community safe so kids can have a prosperous life. And I believe that every grown, able man must be a positive role model in his black community, as well as outside his black community. Because what you do reflects on what one black man do, whether people believe it or not, it reflects on all of us. And we get that a lot from blacks on YouTube. They judge one person, then put that one person to face everything else. You understand what I'm saying? I learned this a long time ago, man. People need to start speaking on what they know of and don't have an opinion on what they don't know of. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with YouTube. People always voicing their opinion about gangs. You ain't never been a gang member. You don't know what make a gang member think. You ain't never been to prison. You don't know how prison is. You're going by secondhand information, what somebody else telling you. There's no irregular black folks to me. We're all kings and queens. Let's come to the realization that at our own time. Say it again, Damu. And this is what we need to start understanding. I mean, we all have made mistakes on our journey, man. Listen to me. You ask the average brother, black man, that been to prison in California, and he was a gang member, Kiwe or Damu, and he did 10 plus years. I guarantee you, if you ask him and he's sincere, he gonna say, man, I'm still a Kiwe, I'm still a Damu, but I'm a black man, and black comes first. I no longer consider Damu's my enemy, and if he Damu, he don't longer consider Kiwe's his enemy. And a lot of us, we knew about our culture. Yeah, we knew about our culture. We knew we was black men, but we never became black conscious till we went behind that wall and we had to do them shoe programs and start reading black literature and start understanding where we really came from. So if you don't know where you came from, you sure the fuck ain't gonna know where you're going. And a lot of people don't get that, right? But when we point the finger, when we point out things that is racist to us, we're being accused as a racist, right? Like, how can a dropout tell me I'm a racist when he don't even represent his race? He ran from his race in prison. He ran from the culture of what they was representing, the Rasa, right? When I first went to prison, I started off at DVI. We got into it, Crips and Bloods was beefing. So I got to prison, man. When I got to prison, what a whole lot of Crips in prison. Then we start coming in doves up that motherfucker. Crips start coming. When we hit them level 4 yards, man, we even before we got to Folsom or St. Quentin, old Folsom or St. Quentin back in the 80s, we had already heard that they wasn't up there. They ain't on that gang banging tip. So when you hear they ain't on no gang banging tip, you're on the assumption that we all is one. Now watch this. We are all as one. We just represent a different fraction of something. But when it came to blackness, we stuck together as black men and we stood down for our race. We wasn't submissive up in there. George Jackson them reading about what they went through. Roche McGee, George Jackson them, Johnny Spain them, reading what they went through made a lot of Kiwis and Damus say we gonna do what they did. We're gonna stand up against this racism ass shit. Why you think more blacks assault more COs than any race in the pen? So when I first went to the pen, it was rare to even see Hispanic assault the police. They had relationships with the police. Not saying they rats, that ain't what I'm saying. But 20 years ago was an Emmy. on 60 Minutes, he even said, we didn't insult the police. Now they say they do. I seen it with my own eyes, but it was a time that didn't nobody do it. Blacks always went at COs when they came with that racism shit. See, I was in the pen minute for CO went in a brother's cell and he tore that cell up. And if that brother stood down behind his cell getting fucked up, we all gonna take a stand for that brother. You understand what I'm saying? You got these dudes. Somebody sent me a clip in about 30 minutes ago, right? And his brother was asking the dude, why did he put out what he put out in regards to the Salinas Valley thing? Now this dude can say he got misinformed and all that, right? But he been doing YouTube long enough to know that he should have had facts, right? Yet he say he ain't a racist, he ain't got against nobody. So if he didn't have the facts and was listening to what somebody was telling him, why did he try to make the blacks the victim? Why did he insinuate that every Hispanic in prison rushed the blacks at Salinas Valley? He insinuated and implicated that Northerners and Southerners was together, and even the Pisces. Right? Now watch this, man. And Damu might confirm this. I ain't never been in a ride, and the Pisces didn't help the Serenos. Because when it's racial, it's racial. The only time I ever been in rides, and the only Hispanics didn't help the Southerners was the Northerners. Because like Crips and Bloods, they went against each other. Blacks have supported the Northerners more than the Southerners can ever support them, right? It was some form of alliance with us and them in prison, but people don't speak on that. So now it's a trust issue between them two, not us and them. We just woke up one day and say, man, we're tired of you using us for a shield. See, we might have a form of a truce with the M and the Southerners. But if they beefing with the Northerners and the Northerners are sharing the weight pile with us, and they rush up in the weight pile, guess who's forced to help the Northerners? We are. Now I got Northern Hispanic partners, Cricket from Salinas Valley and a few others. Smile, watch this, man. I remember the SA dude, the Hispanic dude that taught me how to play handball real good in Carpenter in '89, named Smiley. Smiley was the first dude, Hispanic dude I ever met that lived up north. He rode with the Southerners. One day, when he said, man, start playing handball on New York. I started playing. He taught me how to really get my game. My game ended up getting good. And we used to talk on New York. And this is what this man told me, man. He said, man, I ride with the Southerners because they for their people. Why would I ride with somebody that ain't willing to be with their people? And that's what made him separate himself from his Northerners friends. And I understood that. What's up, Mr. Jackson? I understood that. See, they read the same books we read. We read the same books they read. That's how we know about them. That's how they know about us. People believe that we taught them Swahili. Oh, man, they got Swahili dictionaries just like we did in there. Certain brothers got Spanish dictionaries. I had a Spanish dictionary. We wanted to know the words that they were saying. Some people don't have the patience to sit and want to learn a different language. But George Jackson said in the Soledad Brothers, meaning blood in my eye book, we're going to have to learn how to speak another language. Just the English language is going to be taboo in a minute. Look what's going on. Wherever you go in America, man, you got to learn another language. Anywhere in the United States, because your language is not being understood. I go through that at work. You understand what I'm saying? Where they say they don't understand what I'm saying. But if you know enough not to tell me you don't understand what I'm saying, that means you understand me anyway. So sometimes you got to read between the lines. But what I'm really getting to is, why do brothers always want to belittle another brother? It is so much goddamn self-hatred amongst black folks on YouTube that is pathetic. And these dudes, self-hatred is influencing what's going on the streets, and it creates bullshit. That handball will fire your head up for sure. Say it again, story time. I used to play shit out that handball too, man. I try to dive at the ground, trying to hit a good one and all that. You understand what I'm saying? Scratch my fingers, my elbows up and everything. There wasn't no basketball courts when they opened up Park and Shoot. So brothers had to learn how to play handball. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we did, man. That's just what we did. But I'm not offended at what 600 and Brick Baby, how they conducted themselves with this dude G-Face. Check this out. Just what's up, Wolf? Just because they didn't address this dude on camera don't mean they didn't address him on what he didn't confront him on what he was saying. Watch this. I don't even look at the dude. G-Face is Armenian, trying to be a Southern. So you know he gonna exaggerate a whole lot to sell his rap career. It was an honor as well as a challenge to learn Swahili, but it puts you on a different level. Watch this. Say it again, Damoon. Those of us that learn Swahili in the pen, a lot of brothers that refused to learn it, that didn't have the patience to want to learn it, felt offended because they didn't know what was being said. I used to tell a lot of brothers, man, don't even say something in Swahili if you don't know what it means or don't know how to spell it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and people didn't understand that. I remember one time I told a neighbor of mine, an old folks in the show, I say, sing your Matori to me. Like, what you mean, man? When I'm hearing him say every other morning, he's like, let me get a shot of kahawa. You understand? Kahawa is coffee. So I say, send your Matori, which means line in Swahili. It's your line. Send me your line. But we got to learn how to teach each other instead of belittling one another that might not know what you know. It don't make you smarter than a motherfucker when you know something and he don't. It make you a dummy, especially if you ain't trying to enlighten another brother to what you do know that can help him. That's our biggest problem. We so quick and want to belittle each other, man. I mean, I ain't finna say no names. I said I was gonna leave these dudes alone, man. But can't no brother come on YouTube and belittle what 600 Brick Baby or whack him do on No Jump. And he get on this live and talk about everybody out of LA and don't have no motherfucking knowledge of what's going on in Los Angeles, nor do know anything about gang shit. But he always got his 2 cents in it. That title is heavy. Hey, say it again. I'm trying to watch this, man. I'm on a movement. My movement is to uplift my people. My movement is to have peace in the Black community, not just in LA County. I just Compton in LA. No, I'm talking about in every ghetto in America. Because the same thing going on in LA goes on in Chicago, goes on in New York. It goes all over where there's a number of us, numerous of Black folks that's living at. Because for some strange reason, we don't know how to get along and live together with each other. And that must stop. We got to start. That's how Lebo was. If you only knew a little, he wouldn't offend you or belittle you. He would encourage you to continue learning. That's how the game go, Damu. And a lot of people don't understand that we as Black people need to acquire knowledge every day. Say it again, Kevin Williams. And watch this, man. I'm not, don't get me wrong. I'm always call a ball and strike a strike. Because I don't like it when dudes got an opinion and the opinion is of no merits. You don't worthy merits on your opinion. You just talking. That's what you call clout chasing. You understand what I'm saying? Why you think they don't do 10-minute videos on some of the shit they say because they can't go into a drawn out dialogue based on the bullshit they think they know and don't know a goddamn thing. Shantae G. Bam, speak on it. I'm trying to, Crenshaw. I'm trying to, man. Watch this, man. I be so tired of dudes belittling Keyways and Damus and then try to belittle my race. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here this Hispanic dude got something to say about it. I'm gonna show you the racism on how they try to divide us, on how they try to always keep these imaginary lines between us that we have drawn between ourselves. Y'all notice when the shit happened in Salinas Valley, they was never once saying it was a Black inmate did it. Only thing they were saying was a Crip did it. So what do you think they was really trying to do? What do you think they was trying to divide and conquer by saying this? They put a title on the Black man. Oh man, that was a Crip that stabbed that dude. Yeah, he was. Crip come later though. He's a Black man. Do you ever watch this, man? Do you ever hear them when they say a Hispanic attacked a brother? What gang he was from? Hell no. Don't forget, they still part of gangs too. Because they all together call them the South Side, don't mean they don't claim their individual sets. So they try to draw these divisions, these imaginary divisions between these boundaries between us hopefully we'll take a side and won't support one another. But they, now that we up on their little trickeration, they get offended. What it do, OG? Title holds facts. Can't beat racism with more racism. Hope your weekend is going well for everyone back home in Cali. Tapping in for us. That's what I'm talking about. Dark universe. Blacks can't be racist. We have no power here in America to be racist. Watch this. We're entitled to be racist based on what our ancestors went through. But we're not racist. Watch this. How can black folks possibly be racist when we allow our communities is a melting pot? But we can't go in another community and see a melting pot or rainbow coalition in it. It ain't a whole lot of blacks in other communities. And if the blacks that move over there, trust and believe, they had problems when they first went in their community. They was trying to be chased out, burnt out, and did all that. But we allow anybody to come inside our community and embrace them. And that's a good thing. We show the compassion in us. But why we can't embrace each other and show that same compassion towards each other that we show towards another race? Why we can't? This is what I want to understand. Why we can't? Because watch this, and I say this all the time. When it really hit me in prison, man, that I was a Ku Klux Klan in a black man's body, I said I can never do nothing else to another black man. I can never steal another black man's life or want to do anything to a black man based on the color of a bandana that he's representing. Because Crip don't represent me, I represent Crip. Black don't represent me, I represent black. See, it's a whole lot of us black, but we don't act black. And at one time in my life, I didn't act black. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a lot of us like that that ain't gonna admit to that. We feed into the racism by biting into what these people's trying to say to keep us divided. And this is what we got to stop. Now, I ain't advocating violence at another race. That ain't what I'm saying or doing either. What I'm telling you is, before you befriend another race, befriend your own race. Be proud of your own race. Don't befriend somebody that hates you. Don't befriend somebody that's shaking your hand as soon as your back turn, they talking about you. You understand what I'm saying? Talking about, fuck this nigga. I don't care about this nigga. Because that's what they saying and doing. You understand what I'm saying? Say it again, Sasha forever, baby. Listen to Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson put it out there, y'all. The real issue out here is in racism, the traditional form. We are in an era with systematic and financial racism, discrimination. Your bank account doesn't reach a level you're expendable. Say it again, JC. You just called that one. Just because you're black and brown doesn't mean you're not indebted with white supremacists. And you know what? You call that one right too. Watch this, man. For the life of me, and I want people to understand this. I don't understand why black and Hispanics can't get along. We both get oppressed. White people want them cutting the grass and want us cooking the food and watching their kids. You understand what I'm saying? Yet for some strange reasons, Hispanics is more in tune, want to embrace white people than embrace us. And don't sit up and tell me that shit came from prison. That shit came from outside on this free world, on this free land, because I seen that way before I ever went to prison. Watch this. Blacks and Hispanics has allowed themselves to be manipulated at going each other by the white man. Bottom line, I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, you might have had a certain gang got caught up in something else, but it was designed for us. The white man had designed it for us to go at each other because they know if all blacks can come together, we're the biggest threat. So they know if blacks and browns can come together, that's another threat. Well, a lot of Hispanics might not know is this. The brown berets got hooked up with the Panthers. They had a commonality with each other, and they came together and formed an alliance with one another to try to make it better in their community because for some reason they think they're a step above us. And you're absolutely right. Watch this. And the reason they think they're a step above us, let me share this with you, man. And I don't care what nobody say. I ain't here to offend nobody. I'm just keeping it 100. Racism and prejudice come from within your household. And it's a whole lot of blacks. In my generation, our families did not teach us to hate nobody based on the color of their skin. Because if they did, trust and believe me, gangbanging wouldn't have never started. And I ain't talking about the Crips and Bloods when I said gang bang, because it was gangs way before it was Crips and Bloods. Because the Crips and Bloods have outlived some of the black gangs, Slawsons and Gladiators and businessmen and avenues. That's why they look at the Crips and Bloods like we the cause of all the goddamn problems in the community. It ain't just the Crips and Bloods that's the cause in the black community. Narcotics is the cause of problems. Dysfunctional families is the cause of problems. Because people argue in their household every day. So before they want to hurt their own brother, they'd rather come outside. A lot of household problems come to the community, and it creates more drama because people is looking to take that shit out on people. Ask any dude that went to the pen. A lot of Mexicans identify themselves as white. Cardinal Alvarez is a white Mexican. All right, I got you, Mr. Jackson. It always been about divide and conquer. Say it again, Mr. Choice. And this is what people's not getting. I don't have nothing against no person of any other color, but I love every black man and every black woman. Did I love every black man and every black woman at times? Hell no. Hell no. I love a lot of them. I love everything black. Do I show a form of respect to everything black? Not all the time. I got into it yesterday at a store. Dude talking shit in the store, put it on his neighborhood, and I took flight on him. He threatened me 2 times. On my hood, I'll bust him. Hey, man, let me get the fuck away from you, bro. I'm trying to walk out the store. I'm willing to leave. Fuck getting a monster in my pack of cigarettes. I'm willing to walk out the store. When I see him leave, I'm gonna go back there and get my pack of Camels and my monster. This dude followed me to the door, man. What's up, OG? What you want this fade? On my dead homies. When he said that shit again, I two-pieced his ass. Don't threaten me with your dead homies, putting it on your dead homies. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. I might be an old ass man to some of you dudes, or a grandfather figure like some of these dudes call me. But I still got a beast in me that's tame. And it will come up out of me when it's appropriate, when it's an appropriate time to come up out of me. I ain't never been soft and I ain't never ran from it. What I'm trying to do today is show a person that although I went to prison, man, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Although I did a lot of time in prison to a certain degree saved my life. Because if it wouldn't have saved my life, trust and believe me, I'll be back in prison today with the gang goofy shit that I see goes on in the communities. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't seem to get that. We're our biggest motherfucking hindrance and our biggest motherfucking threat. For some reason, we can't seem to want to put our petty differences. That's all we got amongst each other is petty differences. Because you're going to ask half of these goddamn gang members why they hoods is beefing and they can't tell you. And when I say hoods is beefing, I ain't talking about the Damus and Keyways. I'm talking about Damus against Damus, Keyways against Keyway. You can't tell me why y'all hoods is beefing with another hood. Half of y'all don't know your homeboys, yet you're putting it on the dead homies. You understand what I'm saying? Stop doing that shit. Let's get to the root and the cause of the problem. The root and the cause of the problem is the man you see in the mirror, your motherfucking self, myself. We're the cause of the problem because we're the one perpetuating the problem. We're constantly throwing gasoline on a fire that water must be thrown on. We're allowing ourselves to eliminate each other while the real enemy sit back and laugh. They create laws to put us in prison. They create laws to put Hispanics in prison. Yet blacks and Hispanics goes at each other in the penitentiary. And the white boys is so short on the level 4s that when they get caught up in anything, CDC puts all them in one building so they can all be together, even though they know they're gonna get smashed. Every level 4 I went to, man, I ain't never been on level 4 where it wasn't no more than, I'm gonna give them 50. 50 woods, 50 white boys. White boys is deep on level 1s and level 2s, the 50-50 yard. But then you get these S and Y dudes that come with their hidden racism and try to point fingers at us and call us victims. We're never the suspect. And some brothers bite into that shit. They bite into that shit, and then they get on their channel and want to say, yeah, man, the Southerners running California prisons. The Southerners running California. I don't know where people is getting that information at, man, but ain't nobody running BAM. And I don't see no Southerners running no other blacks out here. And I don't see no blacks running no Southerners. Let me make that perfectly clear. Do we beef? Do cliques beef with each other? It's been at a standstill. People is honoring what's been presented. But when you get people from the outside looking in, they try to voice their opinion. They're nothing but Howard Coach cells in a different motherfucking body. They're manipulating problems amongst us. You feel what I'm saying? And it's pathetic. Did you knock him out? Hey, watch this, big baby. I should have, but right up in here in his eye, all that swollen. The first hit, he cut that open. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, by the time he was saying on the hood, the second time I was on. You understand what I'm saying? And a few years ago, man, if that would have happened, I'd have been trying to call somebody to bring me something, right? Because I love me. Man, I'm gonna tell you about this dude. I whipped his ass so good, this dude walked off. Talking about, I know where you live at, I know where your kids at and your wife at. He just talking. Your hoods, your dead homies ain't no credit card. Say it again, man. Say it again. There was a LA movie called Dead Homies that came out in '93. I never seen that. You got to put me up on that. I never seen that. But what I'm really trying to get us to understand is, man, within our own Black community, it's a form of racism amongst ourselves. And we got to cut that cancer about our community. That cancer is going to hinder us from any form of unity. Because in order to beat racism, we must have some form of unity. If we don't have unity, racism going to exist. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what people need to start understanding. We got to stop having this self-hatred, this disrespect, this attempt towards each other, this contempt. I mean, we got to start loving each other, respecting each other. We got to start talking to each other instead of talking at each other. Stop thinking you know every motherfucking thing when you don't know nothing. Stop knocking what another brother's doing that might be beneficial to the community. Because if you're not doing anything beneficial for the community, don't knock another brother for what he's trying to do that's beneficial for the community. And that's the sad part of it all. People on here, they stroll this goddamn YouTube, the social media, just to see what another brother is saying and doing and try to criticize what he's saying and doing. Then they get on here and exaggerate and lie. Yeah, I'm on the front line of this. I'm on the front line of that, man. Come on, brother. Yes, the future Action Gang members and bangers. Okay, I got to check that out. What's up, Stan? How you living, man? How you living? But people need to start understanding that if we don't love each other, ain't nobody else gonna love us. If we don't save ourselves, ain't nobody else gonna save us. If we don't respect ourselves, ain't nobody else. Why you think it's so much disrespect coming from other people? Because we don't respect ourselves enough to stand on stand on our own respect for each other. People come, watch this, man. That's why these dudes say some of the things they say, because they know it's a division amongst us. We're divided. But if they know we together, do you think a different race would come at another brother saying something about another brother or sister? Hell no. Hell no. We exploit ourselves more than anybody else exploit us now. We give people access to exploiting us because we're exploiting ourselves. You hear these brothers, I use the N-word, but I don't never call another race the N-word, man. You ain't finna hear me talk about these S&Ys or this white boy milk and addressing them or calling them a nigga, because I know they ain't black. But when you hear these young brothers saying that, that's what they do. That's what they do, especially the ones that say we don't stay down for each other. Here, motherfuckers ain't never been to Los Angeles, ain't never been to prison. The first thing come out their mouth and say, oh man, them blacks in LA, they cowards. They let anybody smash them. They submit. See, the people down south, we with this, we with that. Let me share something with you, man, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Let a white boy come shoot up a school in LA and see how quick the blacks gonna respond. The gang members gonna respond. That's what you need to know. But I don't knock when I see them crazy ass white kids going up in these schools, shooting up these schools. I get angry when I see these crazy ass white boys going in these Dollar General stores shooting, and I pray it don't happen out here, because I know the response is gonna be. I don't get mad and angry and say, y'all is more downer than the blacks here. No, because see, I know if it happened here, before the police come, we might kill this motherfucker. Because see, in order to come to Dollar Generals here, they're in these neighborhoods. So we already got our thing with us. So what you think will happen? We don't pose the threat our own race once did when we was unified. Unified. You're right. You're absolutely right, Damu. But listen to me, man. And the cold part, this don't come from older blacks. This come from these young, naive blacks trying to put down other blacks. They ain't been on earth no longer than 30 years or 35 years, and they trying to belittle other blacks that then stood the test of time, that paved pathways where they can be able to stand on their blackness, and they don't even give us our propers for that. You understand what I'm saying? I'd be accused of being, oh, he's still on some gang banging shit. He's still on some gang banging shit. He a racist. He ain't for his people. Don't tell me what I'm not about when I know what I'm about. If you listen to the message instead of just looking at me, you'll understand perfectly clear that I advocate peace in the black community, that I advocate the uplifting of my black race. I'm a proud black man. I'm not a racist. I just love my race. Every other race can love their race and not be considered racist. But as soon as a black man say, hey man, let's come together, black is beautiful, black power, we're being accused of being racist and we don't love our people. You understand? What's up? Stabbing his ass again. I like that. But listen to me, man. We got to learn how to come together as one. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in the mix of getting t-shirts made, man. Y'all gonna love these t-shirts coming out. It ain't just watch this t-shirt. It's gonna be some new things. This dude's trying to surprise me with some things. And it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm on a mission to uplift my community, man. And I want all able black men to start stepping to the forefront and being better role models in their community. Being better role models in their communities. Hey, check this out, man. A real man take care of his kids. A real man protects his community as well as his family. That's what real black men supposed to do. Because see, when I was coming up, a lot of my square friends who wasn't in the gang, I get the message. Annie Williams said, I get the message. So a lot of my friends that didn't become gang members or didn't get participated in life, their parents was just like my parents. And they protected the community. If somebody came on the block trying to fuck with the kids, they came out with their pistols. They was willing to come out with their shotgun saying, hey, what's up? If the police harass a kid on the streets, that's that family, them old people that we respected and they respected us, came out and asked, even if our parents wasn't there, hey, what did he do wrong? That'll stop the police brutality immediately because the community came out. Now the community only come out with their phones. They want to film some shit from afar. They think it's cool. Don't never believe it's okay if you see the police choking a black man out or got their feet on a black man's neck, that it's cool just to grab your fucking phone and film that shit. Start walking towards that shit. That's going to prevent them from stopping doing what they're doing. There should be no division between us, but this happened when we don't listen and have patience with one another. Say it again, Stan. And that's what I'm hoping we can start getting, having patience with each other. Stop judging somebody based on the cover of the book and open the book and read it. Open the book. Don't judge the book based on the cover. Open the book, open and read the book. Stop thinking gang members are stuck on some gang activity. All of us is no longer on that level of wanting to hurt each other. You understand what I'm saying? I want to tap in with you, OG. You can tap in, brother. Whoever you is, but you got to show a face in order to tap in with me, man. I don't know if it's a troll, because I gotta, if you talking about coming on this live, right? I don't know who that be. I ain't throwing no pointing no fingers in with you, nothing like that. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to know who it is that's trying to get up in here, man. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like I'm keeping it 100. I don't like people that don't show faces on their accounts. Because sometimes people don't have a face on their account, on their channel thing, and they're a troll and they trying to come in with some bullshit. And I ain't with the bullshit no more. Facts, I guess I'm a racist too, because I love my black skin. Say it again, brother Nightman. You understand what I'm saying? All races came from the black nation. We're not a race. Race was birthed by us. Woo! Say it again, man. Say it again. Watch this, man. I heard Farrakhan said this and it hit me like a ton of bricks. He said, God say, let me make man out my image. And what image was that? The image you see right here. We are the first, yet we act like we're the last. We do our own disfavors to each other in the black community. We don't need nobody else to tap our motherfucking community. We doing a good job at tearing it up. So why we don't know how to get together and want to rebuild our community? If a person don't know no better, he ain't gonna do no better. It's on us to change the way certain brothers think. It's on us to save our black youth. It ain't on, we can't wait on the white politicians, the black, it's on the community to save the youth in our community. You understand what I'm saying? This is what people need to understand. We can't continue twiddling our thumb trying to keep hope alive, because hope died a long time ago. Hope died, man. Fuck hope. Ain't no more hope. I don't know how to show face, OG, but I'm no troll. And I understand it's a link to get in. If you see the link, you can get in, brother. I know how to get you out of here. It's a link to get in if you want to get in here. You know what I mean? I ain't worried if you're a troll, if you're not a troll. It's a link to get in here. I put the link in the live. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll be hoping sometime Damu will tap in. But it's a link to get in there. But listen to me. We can't continue allowing ourselves to defeat each other. We got to band together as one and defeat the enemy. We all know who the enemy is when it comes to the black community. We got numerous enemies when it comes to the black community because they're afraid of the black unity. We're not afraid of it. We got certain blacks that are afraid of black unity. That's the cancer we got to get rid of. You understand what I'm saying? But we can't continue waiting on somebody to come save us when we got to save ourselves. We got the resources. We got everything that everybody else think we don't have, we really have. Do we lack in courage and heart and coming together? Hell yeah. That's what we lack. We ain't lacking financially. We lacking in the courage and the heart to want to come together. Hope doesn't work without any actions. Period. Say it again, Stan. We're going to link for sure. Joe, I know that, Damu. You know I know that. Damu, those are NOs, Nation of Islam teach. Is that right? Fire, brother. I like that. I like that. I like that. Teachings. You said it right, teaching. Right? But listen to me, man. I'm a black man that got tired of hurting black people. I can never say I truly love myself if I'm willing to hurt somebody that look like me. That's simple as that. Can't no black man say he loved himself if he want to continue hurting another black man that look like him, or want to hurt that black woman, or take that, and you hurting the black woman based on one way, taking her child. We can't blame our parents for what the kids and what I've done in life. Our parents is not responsible for our actions. We're responsible for our own actions, and we got to suffer the consequences of our own actions. But other people suffer consequences based on the actions that we're taking. The gangster, the killer, the dope dealer. Say, bam. Here we go with it, man. Hey, watch this. Every time I try to do something cool, here come a clown, man. Every time I try to preach and put some real actual things in, that's the haters in the room. That's the fly on the wall. You understand what I'm saying? These dudes they're so afraid of black unity. They're so afraid of it. They really don't seem to get it, man. They don't get the facts that we're trying to push out. I try to push some positive narratives when it comes to my race. I'm always want to uplift my race. I'm a proud black man. I love being black, man. Gang banging was a choice. Being black wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? And we got to start understanding and recognizing that. I got it all, brother. I got it all. I got it all, man. I got it all. I got it all. I got it all. I got it all, man. I got it all. Definitely, I do have Facebook and I do have IG. You understand what I'm saying? And watch this. How should I say this without being disrespectful, man? People that got in my IG and been disrespectful towards my family members, all that. Watch this. I don't have no problems with people coming attacking me. But don't attack my parents, don't attack my siblings, don't attack my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, or my homies. Check your energy, OG. Trolls need to hit that like and subscribe at a minimum. Say it again. I would like to chop it up with you behind closed doors let you know what I'm working on. And I love that, brother. I love that. Hey, watch this. Give me something on here. Matter of fact, put my email up, Blade. Put my email up for this brother, Delano Pearson. If you want Delano Pearson, if you want to reach out to me, he can definitely do it. Blade, one of the moderators up in here, they can put it up. Put my email and you can hit me, man. I'm soaking up game from OGs. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Hey, watch this, man. This a whole lot of game I try to give away, and it don't cost you nothing. It's free of charge. I just love my race. I love being black. They go to email, brother. If you want to reach out to me, it's one particular troll that loves to this dude cash app dollars just to disrespect my mother. This dude he threatened me about 3 or 4 days ago. If you keep saying my name, I'm gonna let them know your location in Lancaster, exactly where you lived at. Man, check this out, man. Only people know where I lived at is people that been to my house. You understand what I'm saying? I know who to let come to my house and who not to let come to my house. I don't just allow any and everybody to come within a circle within reach of me. I love me that much. You understand? So I believe friends and enemies is the same in one. The only difference is what's said and what's done. It's your actions that dictate your loyalty and your friendship. So you get people that hate themselves so much that they can't see black folks coming together. We got to stop biting into what we see on YouTube. Half of these dudes exaggerate on shit, especially prison shit. I was accused of being a racist, advocating violence based on other people putting out their content, and I serve the real. We are a blessed race stored within us and how we respect ourselves. Say it again, Stan, and this is what I need people to understand. We all made mistakes, man. Tell me what person haven't made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I ain't ashamed of telling you I was a Ku Klux Klan in a black body when the only thing I was doing it to my own community, doing it to my own people. I ain't ashamed of that. But I redeemed myself. I rectified my errors. I no longer think like that. I no longer participate in black on black violence. I'm not with black on black violence. I'm with the empowerment of black people. My race. I love being black. You understand? I want the spirit of George Jackson, Malcolm, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey to get rebirthed within the black community. And the only way it's going to happen, we got to start making initiatives to say enough is enough. And the only option in our community is peace. The only option is in our community is to love each other, not hate each other. Hate is too much energy to waste on something you ain't never loved, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand why other races hate the black race so much. If you ain't never loved us, why do you hate us? If we're not a threat coming together as one, why are you against black unity? Because it's a threat. Black unity, watch this, man. If we all come together, people ain't gonna get paid off black culture. Only people gonna get paid off black culture is black people. We're allowing everybody to exploit us because we exploit ourselves. And people don't seem to get that. People really don't get that, man. They don't get that at all. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what people got to start standing on. Because if they don't, it's a goddamn problem. Come up out their goddamn dream, man. Wake up and smell the coffee. You feel me? Wake up and smell the coffee, man. That's all I want people to understand. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what we got to understand. If we don't come together as one, we're going to be defeated. But if we come together as one, can't nobody defeat us. Fear of what they truly, fear of what that unity represents to the personal interest or moral code. Say it again, JC. Listen to me, man. Stop getting mad at these brothers that going on these shows. Because a lot of these brothers that got something to say about I spoke against No Jumper. Because if No Jumper had me on his show, trust and believe. If he threw a question, that means I know how to not answer what he might not want me to give him an answer on. I know how to answer questions and how not to answer questions. So don't get mad at No Jumper. Get mad at the brother for the way he responds to the questions that's being presented. You know, Bam is never gonna go on a show, any show, and talk about my people. or belittle my people. I don't give a fuck if it's a white show, Hispanic show, Jew show, black show. I'm not going to get on there and assassinate another black man's character. I know how to answer a question. If I go on anybody's show and they say, well, what you think about you, Slick, for example? What's your opinion on Slick? What do you mean, what's my opinion on Slick? Do I have an opinion based on what he's doing with his life? Hell yeah, I do. I admire him having a ranch. I'm getting ready to learn how to ride a horse. I'm waiting on him to put me on the horse. That's the only way I can answer that question. You get these dudes, man. Let me give y'all a better example. When they brought the dude that's gay, said he was a Crip. That dude knew he wasn't a Crip, and his manager knew he wasn't a Crip. His manager and him came up with cocked up a motherfucking idea, say, man, say it on YouTube that you're a Crip. All you have to do is go to one of the lives that he did on an interview with somebody. Somebody say, are you really a Crip? Right? And his manager's on there. As soon as this dude stood up and said, yeah, his manager dropped his head and started laughing. Right then, I knew that these dudes put something out there for this dude can get recognized. Yet the homeless, excuse my language, the dude, Tony, said you're a business owner. If you're a business owner and you got all this going on positive in your life, what the fuck you want to tell the world you're a gang member for? You understand what I'm saying? Then you get on No Jumper and people get mad at Brick Baby. I was mad with Brick Baby and C-Mac because I was mad because they knew he wasn't a Crip and they should have made him say he wasn't a Crip. But what they call, these people are called agitators. Say it again, Stan. What it was they didn't know how to do that. It wasn't because of No Jumper. All you had to do is pay attention to the interview when the clown do this. Hey, C-Mac, how you throw your Crip up? What the fuck you mean? Watch this, man. A motherfucker who ain't no Crip nor to throw up a Crip sign. A motherfucker ain't no Paru nor to throw up a Paru sign. So when that dude seen that, you should have seen through all the bullshit. It was transparent. You should have seen through the bullshit that he was putting out. But he let the world, he wanted to come in and the world got attention based on that shit he was doing. Attention is the new currency. You ain't lying, Mr. Jackson. You are not lying. But listen to me, man. I try to give it to you from an OG's perspective. I'm not here to belittle, especially not nobody in my race. But I will correct the brother that come with some bullshit when he's trying to talk about what I've been once represented in my life and lost so much to. See, when I was an active gang member, man, listen to me. When I was an active gang member, I put my all in my Crip. I'm not finna allow you to come around me and belittle Crip. I'm not finna allow you to come around me and belittle Damuism. Because I put my all in being a gang member. Now I put my all in being a black man. I'm just a gatekeeper for Cripism and Damuism and my blackness. That's the only difference. I'm black before I'm anything. And people don't get that. So they want to call me a racist. But see, if I wasn't on here saying I'm still an active gang member, they wouldn't call me a racist. They wouldn't call me a racist because they'd be pointing out, oh, you say you love your race, but you're an active gang member. That's what I get mad at too. When I hear some of these young brothers that got out of prison and say they black conscious. You can't be black conscious if you're willing to do something to another brother. That ain't black conscious. That's being a hypocrite at what you're saying you're about. See, once I became black conscious, I knew I ain't have a black man as an enemy. I couldn't contribute to that bullshit no more. That's what it is, bullshit, whether people want to see it or not. But watch this, man. I can't knock what these active gang members is doing because they don't know no better. So I'm trying to give it to them the way it was given to me. I'm trying to be a teacher, and I'm hoping they're willing to be taught. That's simple as that. If you don't know how to teach, don't teach. Don't get angry at those that's not being taught. Now, once you become a teacher, then you can get angry at those that don't want to be taught. You understand what I'm saying? And people is not getting that. I'm just trying. Crip to me means Christ restore important people. And I'm just trying to give it to a young Keyway or a young Damu the way it was given to me through dudes like Cutes, through dudes like Sumar, Scarby, Big Ant, James Miller, Russell Capers and them, Hoover Joe and them, Pretty Tony and them. I'm trying to give it to them the way they, Mad Hoover and them, the way they gave it to me. I'm trying to give, I try to speak the language of the village. I can't go to the village. How can I go someplace speaking English, don't nobody understand English? How can I go to a dude in the game talking square shit and the only thing he relate to is gang talk? So that's how I got to speak. I speak the language of the village, and most people don't get that. You understand what I'm saying? Yet you get these henpeck ass Negroes. I hate to say this. They try to do more damage in the black community than the white ever did in our community. Because the only thing they try to do is point out what I used to do. Stop tripping on my past, because my past gonna fuck your future up. You understand? Don't judge me based on what I used to do. Judge me based on what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now, I'm trying to be a positive role model in the black community. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not with the black on black violence. I'm not with the assassinating another black man's character. I will chew a black man up that try to belittle another black man's character. I will call him on his bullshit. That's what you call a ball is calling a ball and strike a strike. That's what I will do. And I'm trying to put it in a G perspective. I don't believe in the such thing as a double OG and a triple OG. It ain't no such thing. The only triple OG cripple is Raymond. The only triple OG Pirus is the Pirus that started Piru. Ain't no others. Only face of Crip is Raymond. Only face of Piru is LB, and they ain't seen them, putting them. Ain't only face of Front Hood is Pet Bull, Mac Wash, Gregory Cross them, not Bam. It's the bully them. It ain't me. I'm a representative of my neighborhood, and I'm representing in a positive way today. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't get that. People don't get that. They try to find all your flaws. No, man, stop trying to find something wrong, a chink in a black man's armor, and you're a black man. Look at the man in the mirror. Tell us your lows. Tell us your lows. Why you trying to tell us your highs? Tell us what made you not want to be on that low status no more, want to get you on that high status. You understand what I'm saying? Until then, stop trying to belittle the next man. That ain't what it is. I'm not here to belittle the black man. I'm here to uplift the black man. And if he don't know no better, I'm here to teach him better. You can't get mad at what somebody don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But if you know it, it's your obligation and your responsibility to give it to him for he can get it. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to give it to him, you the damn fool, not him. Watch this, man. I hate to say this. I don't want nobody to take this, especially no brother, take this the wrong way. A lot of us cry out because we don't know how to ask for help. So we do shit to draw attention to ourselves to get that help. And a lot of people don't understand that or refuse to see it. You understand what I'm saying? Why you think these crazy ass white kids go shoot up shit, get their parents guns, their parents help them buy guns, assault rifles, guns that they know it's meant to kill? Because that's the only way they crying out. Why you think they send letters and shit to their parents before they go shoot up these stores and shoot up into these schools? Because they was crying out for help prior to doing it, and their family was turning their goddamn back on them. They was too caught up into their goddamn businesses or caught up into their self instead of paying attention to their child. But they want to sit up and tell the black man and the black woman on how to raise their child. No, the only person can tell another black person, black father, how to raise their child is another black father that's raising his child right. The only woman can tell another black woman she's doing the wrong thing is a black woman that's doing it right. Can't no white woman tell no black woman how to raise their child. Can't no white man tell no black man how to raise his child. We got to know how to raise our child. We must reach out to each other. Each one teach one. We can't depend on somebody else because they gonna mislead us with some false ass information, with some bullshit ass hatred. They gonna tell you, fuck what they saying. Just listen to what I'm telling you, man. I'm not trying to sound like no racist. I'm just keeping it 100. In order for the black man to love each other and love his black woman and black kids, he must reach out to a black man that's showing them that. Yeah, man, listen to me. Black mans do take out frustration. That shit comes down. What they see in they past kid life, and they got over, they picked up them behaviors, but we got to teach them that that's not the behavior to have. Can't no game bangers. If you ain't never been a gang member, you can't tell a kid the reason why you shouldn't want a gang bang. Only a gang member can tell him that. Why do you think I talk? I ain't glorifying prison. I ain't glorifying criptism. I ain't glorifying bloodism. I'm trying to teach a kid to don't run into the walls that I ran into. Being a gang member ain't cool. Being a prison, going to prison ain't cool. At one point in my life, I thought being a crip was the best thing I could ever want to be in my life. Going to prison, I thought was cool. Man, I had to be the craziest motherfucker in the world. Thought going to prison was cool. But it took a long time for me to figure it out. And when I say a long time, that's because I was sitting behind that wall. And when I was behind that wall, I had to be a part of what was in that environment. But watch this. I didn't have it in me to run to the S and Y yard. I wasn't going to betray my homies. I wasn't going to betray my race. Then could get out of jail because I didn't PC'd up and want to talk about everything over there. Somebody sent me a clip in the watch, right? And this dude sitting up here saying, oh, man, we went over there with the same motherfucking integrity that we had on the main line. How the fuck you went over there with the same integrity you had on the main line when you're now over there with a gang of pedophiles and rapists? Now, you might not have been one, but it wasn't none where you had just left from and ran away from. But you run over there where the pedophiles and the rapists is at and you ain't doing nothing to them. They say birds of a feather flock together. That don't mean you got to do the same shit he do. That's just saying you got the same shit in you. A sign of cowardice, a sign of weakness. You want to sit up and talk about how to uplift your race, but you left your race hanging. You left. But you want to say, now we over here and we still men, we still killers. It's still all the same. Don't y'all notice when these dudes talk about prison, man, the first thing they say is this. When they say they're on the level 4, the only thing they say is, I was on the 180. It's a thing called a 270 level 4. And 270 level 4s get cracking too. But why they always want to put themselves on the highs of the level 4s, the 180s? You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100, man. Let's keep it 100, man. Half of these dudes, listen what I'm finna tell y'all, not just brothers, Mexicans. A lot of these dropout ass Hispanics on these shows, they come up and then they tell you they was on these level 4s and they wasn't on no goddamn level 4. Then they sit up and say, oh man, these dudes did more time than us. They commend another brother because he don't put their feet on their motherfucking neck like Bam. Then they want to question my motherfucking integrity. You can't question my motherfucking integrity. Read the comments from people that's coming at me that know me from prison and telling you my behavior that was in prison. I didn't run from nothing. I wasn't scandalous, and I was handling my business as a black man and well as a Crip. And that's the bottom line. Thank you, Black Spirit Warrior. Thank you, brother. The white man went to Dollar Tree and killed 3 blacks. Say it again, man. Now, watch this. Do you think that white dude could have went in any black community and did that? Listen what I'm telling you, man. Do you think that dude could have went in any black community and did that? Hell no. I know he couldn't have came in my community and did that. No, I take that back. Let me say it the correct way. He can go in any community and do it. But do you think he would survive before he kill his motherfucking self before the police get there? Because see, in our communities, people carrying guns. But you hear these dudes like Charleston White, oh, it's legal for me to have a gun. But who the gun for, motherfucker? Another brother or for the enemy? Who your gun for? See, it's a trip to have a gun and you don't know who your gun is for. My gun is for my enemies. And ain't no black man my enemy. Trust and believe that, man. Ain't no black man my enemy. Peace and drops out, go fall on the night. I know that's right, man. But listen to me, man. I had a dude sit up and tell me, somebody sent me, said, this dude sit up and tell me that I don't agree with Mexicans. Because I don't agree to what the fuck he's saying. I'm a racist. Right? How should I say it? I'm trying to put it the right way, right? I don't agree to a whole lot of shit people don't say. But that don't make me a racist. You understand what I'm saying? I never got the opportunity to ask this square ass dude no questions. Don't want to ask him no questions. I don't like people that throw lugs and shades at people. I don't like people that try to spin a narrative, a false narrative. Then when they get caught at spinning that narrative and they knew they was lying, they want to clean it up. You understand what I'm saying? All you had to do is watch these dudes that got these S&Y shows. They talk more about prison. They talk about anything else when it comes to saving their community about anything. All they talk about is prison shit, about how they was pressed, how they suddenly they got this moral and the morals and principles and integrity about themselves that they wanted to go to the other side. Now you went to the other side because you didn't have it in you. You wasn't cut from the cloth the band was cut from. You were just scary. You didn't have a heart. And finally, watch this. It wasn't because somebody wanted you to do something to somebody else. It was because your name came up. Your name was put in the hat. And that's why the fuck you ran. If a motherfucker ever would have told me to do something to one of my homies and I knew he wasn't wrong, I'd have gave him a knife and I'd had a knife and we went to the yard. Either y'all gonna kill us or we gonna go out trying to kill a whole lot of y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Because the biggest motherfucking threat in prison is the motherfucker with the gun, not the motherfucker with the knife. You understand what I'm saying? Now, every time you get hit in the back, it's because you ran. Simple as that. So ain't no one race running nothing in prison. Ain't no one race running another race in prison. Every race had their own motherfucking problems. Half of the wars in prisons have started behind narcotics. And a lot of the leadership, I want y'all to understand what I'm finna say, man. I just told Melly Mel this, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with this audience. The organizations in prison, downfalls was they was being revolutionaries. When I say revolutionaries, that don't mean you got to be black to be a revolutionary. You're a revolutionary based on staying down for your race. Half of the shot callers in the penitentiary, they wasn't Crips and Bloods. I ain't talking about bloodlines and CCOs and blue notes. Listen to what I'm telling you. Half of the organizations in prison, their problems was came because on the weekends, they wasn't nothing but junkies. They was dope fiends. And whenever you using a mind-altering substance, you can never be thinking correctly. You understand what I'm saying? And drugs has been the cause of millions of problems in the penitentiary. You done got dudes on these channels saying they never got dope from blacks. Bam told you they was lying. Now they coming up with the truth. Yeah, you're right. From the BGF, from the ABs, and I got love for Jama. I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. I'm just not talking about no one particular thing for these suckers gonna call me a racist. From Jama, Emmett, Spaniels, Northerners, ABs, bikers, Nazi lowriders. Majority of the shot callers was end up dope fiends. And that's what caused a lot of in-house problems within their own organization. Their narcotics was doing the talking. They heart wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? They heart wasn't. I ain't taking nothing from none of these organizations. I'm just telling you from my observing. Half of these dudes on the Master White Yards, they get on here when boxers and them do their shows. Boxers, the only dude, S&Y, that got a show that I give a lot of respect to. Because he don't come on here, he don't throw lugs, he don't throw shades at no race. He speak actual facts. This is a dude that knew Tookie. You understand what I'm saying? Used to speak to Tookie when they was in San Quentin. He speaks actual facts. He do not belittle or throw lugs and shades at blacks. Let me share this with you. If Swifty Blue got killed today, I'm not going to elaborate on it. So when I see these Hispanic dropouts, every time something happens with a black rapper and they want to speak on our content, S-bone them, why the fuck is you speaking on our culture? This is not your culture. Because you listen to rap music don't mean you can listen to, you're a part of black culture. You're not a part of my culture. Don't speak on shit you don't have no facts on. Stop going by the shit you see on YouTube. Because when you open your mouth and you ain't black and you speaking on some black issues, you creating a motherfucking problem. And then when a black confronts you on it, you're going to say, well, it's content. Oh, you sounding like a racist. Oh, you're in your feelings. No, you in your motherfucking feelings. Because you shouldn't be speaking on it anyway. What you need to be talking about on your show is telling your people stop using the N-word. Telling your people don't listen to rap music that got the N-word in it. Get the clean version of the shit. Because you try to justify your shit with some bullshit. And then when we call y'all on your bullshit, You say we into our feelings or we racist. No, the racist is the motherfucker that's saying I'm the racist. Those are the real racists. I'm telling you, in order to be racism, we got to come together as real black folks. And when I say real black folks, that means all us coming together. We're all real black folks. Ain't no regulars, ain't no irregular black folks. If your skin is black, you black. Simple as that. Bottom line, don't never let nobody tell you you're different. That be them henpeck ass trolls, them racist ass white crackers that's trying to divide us like we've been doing ourselves. The divide and conquer shit must stop today. If it ain't gonna never stop, it must stop today. It's the only option for us to be successful and having a black love for each other is coming together as one black race. Love your brother from another mother. Respect that black woman, the phenomenal woman, the first, the queen. We are the first. So people, you must treat yourself. Everybody emulating us. They want to be us. So just give them the best of us, not the worst of us. Take that goddamn Ku Klux Klan shit off your body and become a real black man. Because if you're a gang member and you killing another brother, you're a Ku Klux Klan in a black man's body. Bottom line, man. Bottom line, I don't care what nobody say. That's my opinion. That's how I felt about me. And I was with the business when I was gang banging. On that note, this is the best hour and 10 I can give y'all, man. Enjoy y'all Saturday. I'm waiting on my boy Willie to hit me before we can go eat us some soul food. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm craving for some chitlins today, man. I want some soul food. On that note, man, enjoy your Saturday. It's a 3-day weekend for some of us. Enjoy your holiday Monday, man. Everybody, man, if you ain't told a brother today you love him, turn around and holler at your partner, man. Call your partner up, say, hey, cuz, I love you. Hey, blood, I love you. Say, homie, I love you. You understand what I'm saying? Take your kids out. Treat them good, man. With that said, peace. I love y'all.